What's up, y'all? It's the Skatetheorist. I'm up late thinking of debauchery and buffoonery, and I'm just ready to talk some trash. So, today I'm doing a concept video on if I were to make a Skater Clash boxing card. And if any skater on this list doesn't, want to set up a fight, it's just because they're a coward. It's not because this event is not real and there's no money behind it. They're just scared to sign the contract. So, with that being said, these are some stupid matchups, but boxing matches that I would like to see. And the question on everybody's mind is, will the Skate Theorist get in the ring with Jake Skates? It is the obvious matchup to make. Jake Skates is around my size. We have similar physiques. It is a very, very, very close matchup. But this video specifically, I'm trying to make on, beefs in the skate world and fights that would have a little bit of bad blood, and the press conference could be interesting. So that's more the route I'm taking. These are the skaters that I'm going to be doing the video on. So if you want to see who I match them up with, tune in for this. If other people want to get on the prelims, that's cool. But as far as the main card goes, I think I'd like to start it out with Trash Talking or Jankum Mag versus Dumb Data. Now these two I think are actually friends. I don't know if they have beef, so I'm already putting my foot in my mouth. But can you imagine the press conference of these two? I mean, what would it even sound like? Jankum Mag coming with his crazy energy where you never know what he's going to say. I mean, he just might say a racial slur up there.
What do you think of black people?
I think they're pretty great. I mean, I've had good experiences with them for the most part. What do you think?
They're all right.
We don't know what he's going to do. And then Dumb Data, the more analytical type, what would he even talk about? I mean, can you imagine the trash talk between those two? What it would look like on camera?
What if I were to just come up to you and just...
It would be the most awkward and hilarious thing that could ever happen. But I also think they're of similar size. So we'd probably start off the card with that. Also, Jankum Mag has said in the past he would box anybody. That's why I don't want to mess with him at all. So the next fight, I guess, could be mine. So we know Jake Skates. He seems like a nice guy, and I'm kind of tired of harassing him online. I've already made a video about how attractive and buff he is, so maybe I don't want to make another one. But I do have beef with two people online, Brian Arnett and Jay Films. And, Brian Arnett historically has been very nice to me. And Jay Films, I've had, almost an affinity for. I did say once that I would kiss him. So Jay Films, he was recommended by Mowgli to get on this list. I don't know much about him, but just to be nice, and I don't want to weird him out or anything, I'd totally kiss him right on the mouth. He's got great lips. But now things have changed because I had to see something on Jay Films' page that I would have preferred to not see, and is Brian Arnett's ass. So yeah, I was very offended. It definitely sparked a beef within me. I'm mad at Jay Films for making me see Brian Arnett's ass, and I'm mad at Brian Arnett for spreading his cheeks for the world to see. So I'm very offended at both of them. But obviously a 2-on-1 boxing match just would not be fair for them. So I think we should make them fight each other. This would make for great content. I mean, they're the type, they're probably watching this, and they live together, right? They're probably going to start boxing as soon as I say this, because they're going to be talking like who's going to win. Jay has ran a marathon. Brian is a sick skater. So, they're probably in the crib right now watching this, and they're going to box on their next live. The lives get a little crazy. Just because I'm saying this, don't doubt if they start putting on the gloves. So I think that'd be a great match. The build-up would be great. It would be like the next Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal. Old roommates, old best friends. Now they're fighting. I mean, the trash talk for that alone would be absolutely insane. So who I would fight would probably be Tony Perks from the Tony Perks Experience. My beef with him started in a very mundane fashion. You know, I'm premiering a video and he comments the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. He says, "What happened? What is the beef about? I just started the premiere." I don't know if Tony knows this because he's old, but you can rewind a premiere. Just rewind the premiere. So he really pissed me off. I think he's probably a similar size to me. I think that's a fair matchup. The trash talk would be legendary. I mean, I DM him a lot. We talk a lot of trash and we send a lot of memes. So that one would probably be funny. The social media behind the fight would definitely boost the event. It would just be me and him going back and forth. It'd be funny. And please, please, for the love of God, Tony, quit commenting stupid shit on my channel. So yeah, me and Tony, probably not the co-main because there's bigger fights to make. Now, I think the co-main spot needs to be Gifted Hater. And the question that everybody would have on who Gifted Hater should box. We've seen Neil threaten him, Robert Neil. We've seen Tyshawn throw some barbs at him before. I don't think Barra likes him very much. We've seen him argue at Dumb Data. So, you know, there's a lot of people that he could potentially fight. But I think the most interesting matchup by far would be Gifted Hater versus Jamie Griffin. I feel like a genius just coming up with that idea, to be honest, because Jamie Griffin is kind of an unknown in the space. He's from a very, very rough area in Ireland where they don't have any skate spots. But, yeah, so Jamie Griffin, he's kind of a wild card. I mean, we know Gifted Hater, he rock climbs and stuff, so he's at least got some forearm strength. But this is boxing. Now, in an MMA match, I feel like the forearm strength, the grip strength, would probably be an advantage in the grappling. So I feel like Gifted Hater could take Jamie Griffin, unless Jamie Griffin knows something we don't know. Jamie Griffin seems like the weird obsessive type where he might just, you know, he might go skate, and when he's done skating, he just wants to watch old boxing rec footage of Mike Tyson. You never know how Jamie Griffin's going to come out. So I think that matchup's great. I'm pretty sure that they're similar weights, just by eyeballing them. Yeah, who wouldn't want to see that? And for the main event, Robert Neal versus any Instagram skater, or any Instagram account. So he's been going to everybody, just talking trash to everybody. So he's about it. He's about it to anybody who wants it. Robert Neal is the scariest skater on earth. He is a very dangerous man, but there's one man on Instagram that I think might be just as dangerous as him, and it's Emo Kitty 42. Now, you're probably saying like, dude, nobody knows who the fuck that is. Well, you don't know who the fuck I am, and you're watching my video. You're like 10 minutes into my video, so it doesn't matter the popularity. What matters is what the build-up could be. And it's, you know, it's clearly a good match. Robert Neal definitely can take a beating. I mean, there's no doubt about it. You see how buck he gets in his videos? That dude can slam. You don't get that good. You don't get that steezy without slamming repetitively. So the guy can take a hit. And what do we know about, you know, it's a similar thing with Jamie Griffin. This Emo Kitty 42, all we know is that he has an Instagram account, and Robert Neal has a problem with him. So, you know, would everyone like to see that? Yes. Would we like to see the press conference? Of course. I mean, my mind is blowing just thinking of what the trash talk would be. So, well, that's the video. there's a lot of honorable mentions. So Carhartt Final Boss, the meme page on Instagram, messaged me and said, put me up against a Dickies representative. And also Jamie Foy can catch these hands. So Jamie Foy, watch out. If Carhartt Final Boss, the Instagram meme page, sees you, it might be on. Some other honorable mentions that were suggested from Iron Spine on Instagram: Wrecking Ball versus Beeble, Gillette versus Burl, and Nija versus Yuto. And I would have liked to make this video longer, but honestly, everything before this clip is only 2 takes, and I just didn't want to spend that much time on it. So I had 2 takes, made a lot of jokes, and I edited in some stuff. If the video does well, I'll possibly make a part 2. I would even maybe predict who would win these fights and go based off of that. These matches definitely entertain call-outs, so you know, if Gifted Hater wins his match with Jamie Griffin, maybe he'd call out the winner of Jankum and Dumb Data. Things like that could happen if the fights ever happen. I pitched it to Rob Deirdrick. He said nothing. He didn't respond. But like, comment, subscribe if you want to see stupid trash like this awful video.